What? What? Where the fuck is Mushoku Tensei? Hello, weebs. Hello, gamers. How are you doing tonight? What we are going to be doing today is we are going to be going through the entirety of the Anime Awards, seeing all the nominations and picking our winners of each of the categories. I haven't seen any of the nominations, so I am going into this blind. We are going to go from the bottom up, and then we're going to end on the Anime of the Year. Let's start with Best Film. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. Two of these films I haven't even fucking heard of. Words bubble up like soda pop. Josie, the tiger, and the fish? What the fuck is that? I've never heard of that before. Oh, it's this one? I know this. I fucking know this. I know this because of Eve. I didn't know that it was a music video for the fucking film. Oh shit. I'm actually a fake fan. How have I never even heard of this? Demon Slayer? Did Demon Slayer come out this year? Did Demon Slayer come out in 2021? What? Am I going fucking crazy? Because to me, it feels like Demon Slayer came out like a decade ago, the Mugen Train movie. I swear it came out in 2020. What? I'm so confused. I haven't actually seen Bell yet, but it's by one of my favorite directors, Mamoru Hosoda. I've heard pretty good things about it. He's made some of my favorite anime movies of all time. So this could actually be a top contender for best film for me if I had actually seen it. For me, my first thought when looking at this is, guys, where the fuck is Fate? Where the fuck is Fate? You're gonna tell me that Heaven's Feel Part 3 was not even nominated? How has this happened? The only one I've watched right now is Evangelion and Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train movie, I think that worked better as like a TV series instead of a movie. I think watching it, it literally felt like I was just watching episodes of Demon Slayer back to back. And I would normally feel a lot more guilty about voting for a category where I've hardly seen most of the categories, but Evangelion would win 99% out of any year. Why is that? Because if you watch my Ava video, you'd know how important this movie was for me. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1. It's a movie that put to rest a piece of my childhood. It's a movie that put to rest a massive part of me being an anime fan. I don't think I could ever vote for anything else but Ava. So that's why Ava is getting my vote. Best Fantasy. Of course it's going to be Mushoku Tensei. I don't even need to look at the category, but we're going to look at the nominations anyway. Mushoku Tensei, obviously the winner. Ranking of Kings is also up there. Slime 2 is also fucking up there. The Case of Vanitas, I watched the first 3 episodes and I was just like, this just doesn't really interest me. To Your Eternity, I mean, it was a good show. It was in my list. Would I put it for Best Fantasy? No. No. And Wonder Egg Priority. Wonder Egg had such good potential and I had such high hopes for Wonder Egg, but the ending, man. The ending. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy. It's gonna be Mushoku. Best Romance. Ooh, this one might actually be a hard one. So I've actually watched most of these. I didn't watch The Duke of Death and His Maid, and I didn't watch Fruits Basket, the final season. And here's the thing, I have a feeling if I did watch Fruits Basket, the final season, I would probably be voting for it. The reason I haven't is because I've only watched like halfway through season 1. Don't toy with me, Nagatoro. I think this pairing is actually my favorite couple. Nagatoro really surprised me. Anytime Nagatoro blushes, it's like a boner in the heart. It's an orgasm for the soul. Fuck me, what the fuck am I doing? I'm gonna stop now. It's just feel good, okay? It's really fucking feel good. They're my favorite fucking couple. Komi-san can't communicate. Now, I've really liked Komi-san. It's just wholesome fun. Was it a romance? I mean, I guess. I haven't actually read the manga. In general, it's a slice of life. I'm sorry, Komi stans. I'm a fucking Nagatoro sim. Moving on to Horimia. If we're just talking about best romance, aside from Fruit Baskets, I don't think anything else can really compete with Horimia as best romance. I mean, how can you beat a category for best romance when 2 people like each other, they confess to each other, and then they end up with each other? No fucking tickling the balls, no like Dragon Ball Z level-esque filler arcs of padding this romance out. There's no 300 fucking chapters of romance. They fucking confess to each other within like, I think the first 5 episodes. They get together, they fuck, they do the sex as couples do. I know like people don't talk about this, but guys, couples fuck, okay? couples like having sex with each other. Like, how is it that the standard for sex being depicted in anime this year is basically Horimia, redo of Healer? So I'm gonna vote for Horimia for this one. Moving on to Best Drama. I always have an issue with Best Drama.
We've got an issue.
How would you define what is like a drama genre? I guess it's so broad and vast. I'm interested to see what or who has been nominated. One Direct Priority. Well, that's One Direct's getting a lot of nominations this year. I don't think 86 counts. It is a drama, obviously. There is drama in it, but calling 86 a drama would be the same as calling like Attack on Titan a drama. Of course, it has drama in it, but would you think that is what you think of when you say, I watched a drama anime? No, probably not. Fruits Basket final season. Again, I think this would actually win the category if I had watched the show. Kageki Shoujo. Is Kageki Shoujo good? I watched one episode, just didn't really seem like my thing. Odd Taxi. I mean, Odd Taxi is definitely in the fucking running for best drama. I'm actually gonna have a tough choice voting for this one, okay? Because obviously Odd Taxi was my number 3 this year. It was an amazing show, amazingly written, but then you have To Your Eternity. How do I vote for best drama? Is it what makes you the most emotional? Because if I'm going to vote for what's made me the most emotional, it's definitely To Your Eternity. I remember when I first watched the second and third episode of To Your Eternity, she annoyed the fuck out of me. I hated the way she looked. She was just like an annoying kid. And then somehow she made me cry. Look at her. She looks like a Funko Pop, okay? I cried over a fucking Funko Pop. That's how much emotional depth there was in To Your Eternity. But in terms of best drama, I'm going to have to go with Odd Taxi. Because even though To Your Eternity made me feel more things, and I think 86 was more grabbing, Odd Taxi was just a masterclass in writing, so I gotta vote for that. Moving on to best comedy. This one's actually pretty tough. Why? Because nothing really made me laugh this year. So for best comedy, we got Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro. Was that a comedy? Was that funny? Was that meant to be funny? Did you guys laugh at the bullying? She made a grown man cry. No, she didn't even make a grown man cry. She made a fucking kid cry. Is bullying funny? Is bullying funny? I don't know what that's doing there for best comedy. Heaven's Design Team. I remember this. It was the ones where they designed the animals. It was amusing. It wasn't that funny. It was amusing. Then we have Komi-san Can't Communicate. I mean, I guess there were some funny moments in there. Okay, here's the thing. I don't even count Komi-san as a comedy show. It's a slice of life romance show with some funny moments there. At least that's how I viewed it. Life lessons. I remember this one. I watched the first 3 episodes of this one. I think this one, the jokes just got kind of boring. I remember watching this one, and the joke for this one is there's this presenter who runs a children's TV program, and what happens is he hates his life. And that's the joke. It was, I guess, amusing the first time, and then it kind of just got repetitive. At which point are you just laughing at a mirror, right? Because, you know, who doesn't hate their life? Haha, funny joke. Got him! Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Again, this had some comedy moments in it. Are these the best comedy anime of the year? Are these really the best? I'm trying to think if there's better comedy anime this year. There must be. Did Way of the House Husband air this year? Yeah, that aired this year. Did everyone just not vote for this because of the animation style? Because I thought this was pretty damn funny. I think it deserves to get a nomination more than a lot of these nominations, because I'm not saying these are bad shows, but some of these are just not comedy anime. X-Arm? Is that meant to be on here? Like, unironically, that is the show that made me laugh the most this year. That's not even shade at this point. If we're talking about what made me laugh the most, it was X-Arm, and possibly redo of Healer as well. Odd Taxi also had some funny moments, some funny lines in it. Like, I did get a verbal laugh from the capoeira scene. I would put it for best comedy. I'm probably gonna go with Komi-san. In reality, it's gotta be X-Arm. It's got to be X-Arm. Okay, so best action. So we got Attack on Titan final season. Here's the thing about Attack on Titan final season. It's an amazing show, obviously. Attack on Titan final season is fucking great. It's great. Is it great for the action? I don't think so. I don't think there was a single action scene in the newest season of Attack on Titan that I thought was amazing. Mappa did an all right job animating the fight scenes. Attack on Titan wasn't amazing, for the action. It was amazing for the writing. It was amazing for the drama. It was amazing for the entire plot line. It was amazing for the characters. So Attack on Titan is not going to get my vote. Demon Slayer Mugen Train arc. I think that's a bit cheating, right? Surely that's cheating. You're taking movie level animation. You basically just rebroadcasted it as a TV series, and you're competing against other actual anime TV series that were made for this year. You know what this fucking is? You know what this is? The Mugen Train arc is literally a Twitch streamer who's cut up their streams on Twitch and uploaded it as clips onto YouTube to rebroadcast it. Hi, YouTube. Of course, Mugen Train arc was amazing. Of course, the movie was amazing. I just think it's unfair to vote for it compared to the other shows. Jujutsu Kaisen, okay. The second half of Jujutsu Kaisen was, I think, better than the first half. And I think the action in it was absolutely fucking insane. Can't remember the name of the arc, but the one where they're fighting against another school, that entire arc is just premium fucking shonen. It's premium shonen, where every episode is like a banger. Every episode had a fucking amazing fight. And then it peaked with like the final fights against Hanami. That entire fight where she fights against all the students one by one, I fucking love the progression of that fight. So that is definitely in the running. SSSS Dynazenon. I'm gonna be honest. I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes and it's just like Gridman, but not as good in my opinion. So I didn't really finish it because I already got everything I wanted to with Gridman, and this one just seemed like Gridman -1. So that's probably not going to get my vote. Vivi, fucking amazing action show. Vivi was one of my favorite shows of last year, number 7 actually, but I don't know if it has better action than Jujutsu Kaisen. This is fucking hard because I do actually prefer the fight scenes in Jujutsu Kaisen. That's not to say the Vivi fight scenes were not amazing. It's just the Vivi fight scenes were just not as good as the Jujutsu Kaisen fight scenes. And then we have Wonder Egg again. Wait, what is Wonder Egg doing here? Yeah, it had action scenes in it, but was it an action show? That's like calling like something like Madoka Magica an action show. I don't know which one to go for. I really, really want to go for Jujutsu Kaisen, but I really, really want to go for Vivi. I'm gonna go for Vivi. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. No take backs. Moving on to best ending sequence. I'm gonna be honest, I only really remember one ending sequence, and it's Shadow House. That's the only sequence Ooh, actually, Soma Spider, So What? I remember that ending sequence just because of how ridiculous it is. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. This is going to prove how many fucking endings and openings I skipped. I'm going to keep this simple. I'm probably going to go for Shadow House. The song was just like such a banger. Moving on. Best opening sequence. We got the Attack on Titan opening, which was fucking great. Jujutsu Kaisen? Really? Really? Jujutsu Kaisen was just another bog standard anime opening. I don't even remember the fucking opening, but we're gonna play a fucking game, okay? I'm going to name a bunch of shit in this opening, and if I get less than 5 things right, I'm just gonna vote for it. That's how fucking confident I am. There's gonna be some running in it. It's probably gonna be a side view. There's gonna be the squad shot where it's just gonna be the entire cast standing together or walking together, all right? That's gonna be there. There's obviously gonna be some action scenes there. They're gonna be fighting something. I'm gonna get 2 points if they're fighting air. There's gonna be a shot where someone looks at the camera, where they turn around and they look at the camera. There's gonna be a protagonist or a character who is brooding and looking up at the sky or out a window or something like that. There's gonna be a shot of an eye opening or closing. I'm gonna have a guess that there's always a shot of the sky. There's gonna be birds somewhere because there's always fucking birds. Maybe the character's going to be sitting down on like an edge of a building or a cliff. I'll go for one more. Rain. There's gonna be some fucking rain in it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to watch the opening without sound on, obviously, because I don't want to get DMCA'd, and we're going to see how many things we can see. This is almost a squad oh, there's rain. There's the fucking sky. There's the sky, guys. There is the sky. That is the squad shot of all squad shots. Come on. All right, we've got some insight. Looking at, okay, there it is. Turns to the fucking camera. There it is. Fucking, there it is. Oh my God. It's the eye shot. It's the eye shot. We got the fuck. That was like exactly how I envisioned it to be. Oh, I'm so fucking good. I'm so fucking good at this. He's looking out the window. Are they fighting air? Oh, okay, no, they're not fighting air. Anyone could have predicted it. This is just fighting. Birds! That That's a lot of fucking birds. All right, 7 out of 9. I got over 5. So that was a very, very fucking long tangent, but that is my reasoning why Jujutsu Kaisen is not going to get my vote for best opening. I think especially Attack on Titan and Odd Taxi out of this have way more original openings. Same thing with Miss Dragon Maid. I fucking love this song. This is such a banger of a song, but I think just the other openings were better than Dragon Maid. Odd Taxi, really, really good fucking opening. I love the song. I love the art style of Odd Taxi as well. So I guess this one is going to be between Attack on Titan and Odd Taxi. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. Because the thing is, Odd Taxi is very much the underdog, right? But I thought Attack on Titan, the final season of Attack on Titan, that opening, I thought it was so ingenious. Because how do you make an opening for Attack on Titan and somehow make it super fucking interesting and yet spoil nothing? You managed to do a better job than every comment section that ever existed. I've really liked how different both of those were. They are both really good in their own aspect. They're nothing like each other at all. I'm going for Attack on Titan. This was so hard. Or do you do Odd Taxi? Or do I do Odd Taxi? No, I'm going for Attack on Titan. That's my gut. That's my gut. I'm confirming. You know what? None of these is actually my favorite opening of the year though. Who watched the opening of Link Click? I'm upset I can't vote for Link Click because song and just style, that was my favorite opening of the year. There were some episodes of Attack on Titan where I skipped the opening. I did not skip a single opening in Link Click. Anyway, moving on. Best VA performance. Do I have to vote for every category? Because I feel bad voting when I haven't heard a single one of these. I'm just gonna like veto this one because I haven't seen a single person. And if I was going to give the award to someone, even though it's not nominated this year, I would probably vote for it next year. It's Kira Buckland for Jolene, because I know that Kira, she's dreamed of voicing Jolene for literally like a decade, for years. And I think she deserves it because she worked super fucking hard because she's a homegrown talent. You know, she started off doing fan dubs. She got her first role from Anime Expo, I believe. And then she's just been working her fucking ass off since then, and she fucking achieved her dream of voicing Jolene, and she did a great job. Okay, best VA performance Japanese. From my gut reaction, it's going to be a choice between Eren, Odokawa, and Kumoko. The reason for Odokawa is that it's very different from your usual anime voice acting. What I loved about Odd Taxi, it sounded so different from your usual anime characters. They sounded like just people. They sounded like real people. Gabby, I mean, she just sounded angry, which was what her character was. She did a great job. Eren, obviously, Yuki Kaji did an amazing fucking job. But Aoi Yuki did such a good job with Kumoko. Because here's the thing, a lot of voice actors did a lot of amazing jobs with Attack on Titan, but Aoi Yuki fucking stole the show. She made the spider so fucking cute. I want to give it to her. It was pretty much one of the only voice acting performances I can like remember off the top of my head to be like, oh yeah, that was a fucking amazing voice acting performance by itself. That was a solo carry performance. So I'm gonna go for Yuki, Aoi Yuki in this one. All right, moving on to best score. Okay, so we got 86 by Hiroyuki Sawano. Did you know that 86 was composed by Hiroyuki Sawano? I had no idea. What gave that one away? Maybe literally every single fucking track. I'm obviously a bit biased when I say this. I'm very surprised Mushoku Tensei isn't on here. Mushoku Tensei just like had an amazing all-around everything. Do I think it would win best score? Probably not, but it was very, very good. I'm very surprised it is not here. 86, I don't want to vote for 86, right? Because to me, voting for a Hiroyuki Sawano OST is a vote that happens when there was no other good OSTs that were released that year. Because a Hiroyuki Sawano OST is the equivalent of voting for the same OST you voted for last time he was nominated. I can't tell the fucking difference between this soundtrack and his previous soundtrack. I think there's only been a few soundtracks where he's really differentiated himself. Attack on Titan is one of them, from what I've heard from Gundam Unicorn, and I think some of his first works with Guilty Crown. He's solid, right? He always does consistently well because a lot of his tracks sound very similar. Would I vote for him? It depends if I can't find something better. Megalo Box 2, Nomad, I thought this was a really good soundtrack. The original one had a lot of hip hop beats, you know, it was very urban. This one had more of a Spanish feel. I thought it was really fucking good. Vivi, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember too much about the soundtrack of Vivi. I just remember one track. Like the battle theme for Vivi was great, I don't remember anything else. Odd Taxi also had a really good soundtrack. It was also just a solid soundtrack. It did what it needed to do. How many nominations does Wonder Egg have? It's literally in every fucking one. I feel bad because I know Wonder Egg was good for a lot of it, but I feel like the ending's just like rewritten my fucking memory of Wonder Egg, because we had like 12 good episodes and I'm looking back and I'm just like, shit, was it all shit? But it's 86. It's 86. It is. I'm looking at all this. Nothing did better than Hiroyuki Sawano. If we're just talking score. Vivi, maybe? If we're including insert songs? Actually, Megalo Box is pretty good. Because I wasn't trying to diss Sawano. I was just saying his bar is that high. His bar is consistently high. So you have to like get a consistently great soundtrack to beat Sawano, unless Sawano does something amazing, in which case no one's beating him. I want to vote for something that did something different though. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of leaning towards Megalo Box. Some Megalo Box tunes fucking slapped, man. And I loved the unique vibe they gave. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna go with Megalo Box. I'm doing it. Megalo Box. Megalo Box. Best character design. This is one category where I actually do think Wonder Egg deserves to be in. Vivi, I like Vivi's design. I can't remember any other design in Vivi. Who put Jujutsu Kaisen here? Who did this? Was this you? Did you do this? Are you kidding me? In terms of character designs. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but are people just voting for this because of Gojo? Literally half the characters wear the same uniform. There's a panda in there, okay? Let me tell you, Odd Taxi has an entire fucking zoo, okay? You're trying to compete with one panda versus the zoo? Ranking of Kings. I really love the character designs of Ranking of Kings. They're very, very unique. Well, obviously they are, because it kind of reminds you of a children's storybook. I think the only problem with character designs is that, you know, a lot of people judge the book by its cover, which is unfortunate, and I'm one of those people. And while I will say that Ranking of Kings character designs are great and unique, it obviously did put me off the show. I do think that they are good, but it's not a style that I gravitate towards. And I would say the same thing about Odd Taxi as well. It doesn't have the most aesthetic design. That's obviously very subjective, but I remember watching the first episode of Odd Taxi. It didn't look very pretty to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, without throwing shades to walruses, totally throwing shades to walruses. Walruses aren't exactly the most aesthetic looking animals, are they? No one's looking at a walrus and being like, damn, son. Maybe they say, damn, son, you thick. But I don't look at a walrus and be like, damn, that's a good looking walrus. That's a good looking boy right there. I'ma say it, okay? Walruses are the ugly bastards of the seal world. Then we got Skates, the Infinity. I actually did really like the character designs for this as well. And then we got Wonder Egg. And I really like the character designs of Wonder Egg as well. In terms of your normal, like, anime-esque character designs, I think this is basically just the playbook of how to do unique character designs, of how to do, like, 1, aesthetic character designs, 2, how to do unique character designs, and 3, how to make easily identifiable character designs. And Skate the Infinity does this as well, but I think I'm personally leaning more towards Wonder Egg. I think the only thing that is maybe swaying me away from Wonder Egg is Odd Taxi, but I can't talk about why I think Odd Taxi has good character designs without spoiling something massive about Odd Taxi. Let me look at the Wonder Egg cast again. This is a very good core cast of designs. All right, it's Odd Taxi. It's Odd Taxi. It is. Now that I look at the cast and I'm reminded of spoiler, it's Odd Taxi. It is Odd Taxi. That gets best character designs. Wonder Egg Priority can't get a W. The only W Wonder Egg Priority is going to get is in its name. Best animation. Again, I think actually Wonder Egg did have very good animation for this. Mugen Train, that's cheating. That is a movie. I'm not going to count that. Jujutsu Kaisen, Second Core had some really fucking good animation. Dragon Maid also, like, seeing Kyoto Animation just like come back and just smurf from that animation again. Like, I was so happy. Vivi again has very good animation. Wit absolutely did amazing animation with some of the action scenes in there. But it's Mushoku Tensei, right? There's not even a question. There's actually not a question. What was the best animated show this year? Mushoku Tensei had better animation than some fucking movies. Arcane would be the only thing that could compete with Mushoku Tensei this year. Mushoku Tensei is getting my votes. Bread out of 10. Best director. Again, Wonder Egg Priority. Jesus. This is a lot of nominations for Wonder Egg Priority. It constantly surprises me. In terms of directors, I've actually got my eye on 2 of them. In terms of like a unique vision and a unique directing style, it's obviously going to be Shingo Natsumi. Some of the imagery in Sunny Boy was just like fucking out of this world. When his scenes hit, when his imagery hits, it fucking hits. Actually, the other director I was looking for is Sang-Hoo Park, because I've actually had my eye on him for a while. I think he is one of the best action directors to come out in recent years. He has such a unique style for directing fight scenes. It feels like I'm watching like a Hong Kong action flick when I'm watching his action scenes. A lot of his action scenes don't feel like shonen fights because it has way more choreography than you see in a lot of shonen action scenes. I first saw this with God of High School. God of High School was just a pure like Sakuga orgasm fest for fight scenes. And I thought if he could bring this to a big shonen anime, he's going to be fucking massive. And then he did with Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen has by far, out of all the big shonen shows, my favorite directed fight scenes, because he has this perfect balance of letting the characters show off their powers, letting the characters explain what they're doing, but not letting that bog down the choreography. And I think this really shines with the Hanami fight with Todo and Itadori. And that's like far and beyond like the best fights that aired last year. But I still think I'm gonna go with Shingo Natsume. Some of the scenes in Sunny Boy were just fucking mind-breaking. I love the imagery in some of them. That to me is all Shingo Natsume. Best fight scene. Well, I literally just spoiled this for myself. I already just said what the best fight scene was. All right, I'm just gonna say this is easy. Yuji and Todo versus Hanami. That's like confirmed right now. I'm shocked at least Mushoku Tensei didn't get a nomination for this. Eren Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan. That was not a good fight. It did not look good at all. I don't actually think that there was a single fight in Attack on Titan final season that really lived up to one, the previous Attack on Titan fights, and two, could stand hand in hand with the best fights of the year. Boruto, I don't think this was as good as the previous good Boruto fight, which was Naruto and Sasuke versus the other guy. I watch like Boruto fights anytime that they have that one big fight going on and then I forget about it. You got Dragon Maid. I mean, it was legit good fight. Does it deserve to stand out against some of the other fights? No, it was just Kyoto Animation flexing for the sake of flexing. And Vivi, again, as I said, that was a great fight as well. I completely forgot about something. What the fuck has happened to My Hero Academia if an entire season of My Hero Academia couldn't get on the nominations for best fight scene? Yo, what? I just fucking remembered that My Hero Academia aired this year and Jujutsu Kaisen got 2 nominations over any My Hero Academia fights this year? Yo, Boruto got in here before My Hero Academia? Oh my god. Remember Anime Awards Season 2 where My Hero Academia basically got every fucking award? Holy shit, what has happened? I saw a comment that just said it fell off plus ratio. I don't think there's a comment that more encapsulates that feeling for My Hero Academia when My Hero Academia just got ratioed by Boruto. All right, best antagonist. As soon as I say My Hero Academia, there he is. That was the first nomination that we've gotten so far for My Hero Academia. Literally spoken too soon. I feel like he would win best antagonist next year when My Villains Academia really gets going. I've heard that Shigaraki has a lot of good things coming up for his character. I just don't think that this season was his season to shine. Yano, he's barely an antagonist. He's a bad guy, I guess, but is there any bad guys in Otaxi? Having said that, I could say the same thing about Attack on Titan, right? Does Eren even count as an antagonist? I feel like Eren's here because the choice is so weak this year for like good antagonists. I'm so fucking confused by Echidna. Like, she wasn't even the villain of this season. It was Roswald. Are people thinking that this is like ReZero Season 2 Part 1 again? I don't even think he's an antagonist, but I think I'm just gonna vote Eren just because there wasn't really any strong nomination this year. Eren, you can argue, isn't even an antagonist, but he did kind of become the fucking bad guy of the world, I guess. Whatever, Eren. We'll fucking give it to you. We'll give it to you, Eren. We'll fucking give it to you. All right, you killed kids, okay? He kills kids. He's a bad guy. He killed kids. Moving on to best protagonist. Eren's there again. Fuck it. It's done. It's done. It's done. Eren gets best protagonist and best antagonist. It's done, all right? It's done. I can't take it back, guys. It's done. Moving on. You know what awards I hold dear to my heart. And of course, best girl. This is the real important one. Brilliant. There is a video for this. All right. Fruits Basket getting at least some representation, even though I haven't seen it. Oh, I guess Jujutsu Kaisen was going to get a nomination, wasn't she? Komi-san! Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Kageki Shoujo? Over some others? Ioto. Again? She wasn't even best girl in her own show. Come on, guys. Come on. That's it? That's it? That's the nominations? What? How is not a single Mushoku Tensei character in here? I'm gonna sound fucking mental for saying this, considering how much I shat on her. How is Emilia not here? Season 2, Emilia got so much development. If he came to me like 2-3 years ago and be like, you're gonna think Emilia might deserve best girl of 2021, and I'm just like, you fucking lying. You fucking lying. She's not my best girl, but I think she at least deserves a nomination. And like, Roxy? Fucking Roxy? Eris? What? There were so many other girls. Hori from Horimia? Nagatoro? Come on, guys. Come on. Nagatoro deserves to be there. Come on. The little dipshit deserves to be there. And Vivi as well. How the fuck did I forget Vivi? I think the only girl I would have put into my nominations out of all of these is Komi. What? I'm actually shocked. I thought one of those other characters would make it. There were so many other great contenders. I literally don't know how to react. Gabby? Where's the Gabby nomination? Where's the Gabby nomination? I'm sure she would have got all the votes. All right, we got Best Boy. Let me guess. Is Eren going to be nominated for this one? All right, let's have a look. Oh, Dr. Stone aired this year. I completely forgot that Dr. Stone aired this year. Tokyo Revengers again. Odokawa. Of course. Good boy. Izumi? Hell yeah. We got 2 nominations for Tokyo Revengers. Hell yeah. What a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You see that boy? That's a good boy. That's a good boy, that is. I think the only person I would add to this is Fushi from To Your Eternity. Who said Rudius? Who the fuck said Rudius? Do you know what the meaning of good boy is? This is Mushoku Tensei Season 1. Are you really gonna look at Rudy and go, that's my mans. Rudy's my mans. I say get your mans, and you're like, all right, I get it, man. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right. Yes. Really, guys? Really? Bruh, look. I love Rudy's character development in Mushoku Tensei, but the man has a lot of bruh moments, all right? And right now, I'm not getting my mans. That ain't my mans. If he was my mans, I'd tell him to like keep his dick in his pants. Mushoku Tensei is one of the few shows where I actually just don't like the main character, and I don't blame anyone who doesn't like the main character. I don't like him. I just like seeing him become a better person, and that's what's great about Mushoku Tensei. Anyway, we've gotten very sidetracked. Best boy, Boji. It's Boji. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, okay? He's a good boy. All right, moving on to the big one. This is Anime of the Year. Obviously, it's the biggest award. If you watch my end of year, you probably know which one I'm going to vote for anyway, but I'm not going to name it, just so we'll, I guess, leave it a surprise. Jujutsu Kaisen? I mean, it was a good show. I don't think it deserves to win Anime of the Year twice in a row. Odd Taxi. Hell yeah. Attack on Titan final season, deserving of the nomination, of course. Ranking of Kings, man. This is just the A-team. They are bringing the A-team for this, man. They are bringing the fucking A-team. Sunny Boy? Okay, that's surprising. 86? Was it that good? I don't know if it was like Anime of the Year contender. It was like... Wait. I'm just... No fucking way. No. What? Where the fuck is Mushoku Tensei? What? Mushoku Tensei didn't even get nominated? How? How didn't it at least get nominated? What? I'm laughing, but this is my coping laugh. I've got to huff my fucking copium right now. Oh God. How didn't it get a nomination? I'm so confused. Was I the only one that liked Mushoku Tensei that much? Is it just because I like Isekai? Is it just not a top 5 show in a lot of people's list? Where's my salt? I need my salt now. I can understand if, you know, it wasn't voted for Anime of the Year because, you know, I can understand people who may have had an issue with some elements of that show, but you can't deny that it's like a top 5 show at least. I feel so bad for Studio Bind. Studio Bind poured their fucking hearts into the production of this. Like, you look at the production of Mushoku Tensei, and there is like so much love and care that's gone into the craft of the show. Okay. Let me find words. How did Mushoku Tensei not get nominated? Tell me, is there a god in the world when Mushoku Tensei didn't at least get an Anime of the Year nomination in 2021. I'm just, ow, ow, oh, oh. Okay, go on, calm down. Just calm. Just calm. Things like this happen. People can not like the same things that you like. That's the thing that happens. If it's not Mushoku Tensei, what I will say is that pretty much every other show in my top 5 that was anime got nominated for this. So let's go through this one by one. 86, I don't think deserves to be in this. I think 86 was a really good show. I don't think it's done enough to warrant being in a top 6 just yet. Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1, of course. I mean, that speaks for itself. I think it definitely deserves to be an Anime of the Year contender. Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. It was good. I just really don't want Jujutsu Kaisen to win Anime of the Year again. Even though the second core was better, I just think there were better shows this year. But I really did enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Odd Taxi, of course, I think that deserves to be up there. Ranking of Kings was also one of my favorite shows of the year. I don't know if it deserves to win because it hasn't even finished yet. Even though I put Attack on Titan Final Season as my number 2 in my Anime of the Year favorites list, I don't know if it deserves an Anime of the Year crowning because that was just half of the story. I'm very fucking surprised Sunny Boy came up here. I think it's a very special show. It's still like seeping in and sinking in for me. It's not a show I would really nominate it for Anime of the Year, but like out of all this, I'm not gonna be salty if Odd Taxi wins it, because that's what I'm voting for. Odd Taxi, in terms of story, was just the complete package. It gave you a really fucking engrossing tale of like fucking 9 different characters or whatever, and then it weaved it into a whole narrative, and it's got one of the best endings I can think of in recent memory, because it's been so long since I've just been like surprised by an ending. It's so hard to keep a mystery nowadays because people pick up and shit, but I genuinely did not see the final reveal of Odd Taxi, and I gotta give it props for that. This was an absolute stacked year for anime, so I don't really blame anyone for voting for whatever show that they wanted to get for Anime of the Year, especially some of these shows. But come on guys, Mushoku Tensei. I can't even think of another show that is consistently has this much care and attention that's been put into it. If not, it's been a long fucking while. Say what you want about the story and whatever, because we are just at the beginning of the story. The production is out of this fucking world. It's one of the most engrossing worlds I've seen in a long time, isekai or not. It feels like we've just scratched the surface. I really hope that we're able to see more of Mushoku Tensei, because it is something special. And I have a feeling that if we do get to see this through to the end, it's going to be an easy classic for me, which is why I'm sad. I was very salty earlier that it wasn't nominated for Anime of the Year. I'm still actually a bit salty, but I'm going through like the 5 stages of grief now. Like, I'm literally going through the 5 stages of grief on camera. I'm going to acceptance now. Honestly, I do think Attack on Titan is going to win the Anime Awards. I will be shocked if Odd Taxi wins. Like, I'll jump out of my seat, but like, Attack on Titan is an understandable Anime of the Year. But anyway, that was my votes for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I hope you enjoyed that. This went on for way longer than I thought it was going to be. I believe that Crunchyroll is going to be releasing their results on February 9th. I don't know what they're doing now. I don't know what my exact plans are going to be, but I'm definitely going to be reacting to it in some way, shape or form. So I'm probably going to see you back on the 9th reacting to it. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello YouTube. Yes, I do stream on Twitch very occasionally. That's been this episode of the Anime Awards nominations video. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I do plan on streaming more often. I'm thinking about doing a tier list of the best isekais of 2021 because I did actually watch a lot of isekai last year and I didn't get a chance to talk about a lot of them. So I'm probably going to do a tier list ranking every single isekai next time. But until then, or for whatever future stream, I've been Giguk, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.